You're one of the most promising welterweight contenders in the sport. You know, as your career progresses, you'll probably get a shot at a title within the next couple of years. Taking a grappling match that's a risky move.
Yeah.
Especially against a world-class guy like Craig Jones.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because only thing Craig couldn't do in that match, he couldn't heel hook me, but he could straight knee bar me, straight ankle lock me, anything besides heel hooks. So after the match, like, people
is that your idea?
No, that's the UFC's. So Fury was working with the UFC, and they're like, the UFC told them, like, hey, all UFC guys just no heel hooks. Even like Aljo just did that match for them, and the only thing they couldn't do was no heel hooks. So I mean,
just because of the likelihood of tearing.
Yeah, but like a leg locker like Craig or anyone else, like, you still have all those other submissions you can do. So it's not like you're getting handicapped that bad. Where like people were giving me shit online, like, oh, you had to handicap on this and that. I was like, I'm a UFC fighter. Like, this was the rules. I didn't like.
You didn't make the rules.
You could knee bar me. You could straight ankle lock me. You could do all these other things. So you could toe hold me, but. Yeah, but I like that they don't do the heel hooks.
Yeah, it is a risky one, man. I mean, how many guys have ripped their knee apart? Heel hooks?
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Did you see that Mikey Musumeci one in ONE FC where the guy wouldn't tap?
Horrible. Horrible.
Oh, dude, I can't watch that one. He ripped that guy's knee apart. I don't know how that guy's doing right now.
He's probably not doing well.
I got to imagine his knee is ruined for the rest of his life.
But my bro...
his legs, and Craig's like, your leg's
Craig's like,
broken.
your leg is... And then he went again. And then he finally was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done.
Like, insane.
But yeah, I did that match with Craig, and I did another one with Ben Saunders. And it was the same thing. Same rules, just no heel hook. So...
Yeah, but beating Craig Jones in a grappling match, even if there's no heel hooks.
Yeah.
Dude, that was gigantic.
I just went into it, I'm like, I'm going to stay on top. I played by the rules. And I'm like, if he doesn't sweep me or get under me, like, I'm going to win. And then, like, there was odds for it. I was like, I was like an 18-1 underdog or something like that. He was supposed to smoke me, which he should have. But, like, people were giving me shit online, like, you didn't. I'm like, listen, like, I just went in there and just did what I knew I was going to do. And that was it.
Oh, so this is what happened with the dude. Torn ACL, torn MCL, torn meniscus, and a broken ankle. Oh, my God. So Mikey said, I'm really sick to my stomach. I never felt someone's leg explode like that in a match. Oh, my God. He goes, I've been training for 22 years. I never broke someone's leg that much. I've broken a lot of legs, he said, but that leg exploded. I didn't know what to do, and it was disgusting and gross. I really wish he tapped. The result didn't change, and now he's in the hospital, so I don't know. But what a warrior is for showing his will. I mean, it is the dude is a warrior, but I mean that's crazy. You got to tap. You're losing anyway.
For sure.
Tap.
Anything.
Just tap.
Knees, shoulders. Like, I'd rather almost not tap. Maybe if I'm gonna pick something, it'd be like an arm bar.
Straight arm bar. Where's the elbow?
But a Kimura, like your shoulder,
not just the shoulder, but that spiral fracture. Like when Frank Mir gave it to Minotauro, and you see his arm snap,
just like a chicken wing.
Oh, that guy,
you're done.
Oh, that one's so scary. And Minotauro, he had a giant scar up his arm, where it was like it was a spiral fracture.
When he rolled through the way he did. It was beautiful.
When he turned it, and you hear
put it behind
snap.
his back. Oh, done.
God, Frank Mir has broken 2 arms of world champions.
Who else did he do?
Tim Sylvia.
Yeah,
remember that? Snapped his forearm in half.
He was good. I was just watching him versus DC the other day.
Look at him. I mean, he carried around so much body fat, but his wrestling was so high level, man. And he's such a tank.
The outside, like, high crotches he would hit when he dumps the dudes.
Yeah. No, DC was the man.
He was actually hurting Frank on the... I don't think there was one takedown scored on, like, either side here. I think they just struck the whole time, but, like, DC kind of just put it on him.
DC was an animal, man.
Yeah.
And, that was one of those things, iron sharpens iron, because DC was training with Cain Velasquez. That's another guy. Like, when people look at all-time greats, you got to look at them when they're in their prime.
Yeah.
Sometimes guys get injured, they fall apart, things happen, they get old. And then you looking at these fights where they're getting beaten up. You can't look at those fights.
Yeah.
You got to look at the fights like when they're at their highest RPMs. How do they perform?
Anderson, same thing. Like, guys who are watching fights now, I'm like, you guys don't. I remember it was came to Philly. It was Anderson versus Forrest Griffin. Like, that's when I first got like into watching fights. I think it was 2009, and he did that like step back and like, dipping the punches, and it hit him once, and Forrest just quit, and he moved up to 205 for that.
I heard that Forrest though got knocked out twice in camp.
Yeah.
For that fight. That's what I had heard.
And happens all the time.
And I think that's true because I think Forrest at that time was, Forrest is, look at it.
It's like,
he wanted to help him up.
Jesus, right here. He's just like,
it was just complete.
I think he
levels.
like ran out of the arena.
Yeah, it's that right hand that he hit him with.
Yeah.
And that's it. Forrest like that's it. But I genuinely think that those concussions that he got in camp had an effect.
Yeah.
There's quite a few times where you see guys fight and you're like, man, something's wrong.
Yeah.
You're like, that guy got knocked out too easy.
Yep.
And then you'll hear, oh, he got knocked out in training 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.